Hey, it's Romo. On this episode, we're making stuffed cabbage or Golabki. About late summer, where I came from in Michigan, the gardens started to harvest. So we used to pick our tomatoes, cucumbers, cabbage, and whatever we grew. And most exciting thing for me was when we picked the cabbage, I knew that we were going to be making stuffed cabbage, or in Polish, Golabki. So that's what we're going to do today. It's one of our favorite Polish dishes. It is quite time consuming to make, but well worth it. So what we start with is some rice. This is our stovetop stuff that we're going to be doing to prepare for our meat. So we've got a couple cups of rice in here simmering. If I show you and do everything, we'll be here for hours. So we're going to just tell you what we're doing. What we have to do is parboil our cabbage. So we're going to do that to soften it up, and then we'll be able to roll them in a little while. So what we do is cut around, put it in water, and let it soften and boil for quite a while. When it becomes soft and workable, then we'll take it out and strain it. Another thing we're going to do is chop up an onion and get this all chopped up. I took a package of bacon and cut it with some scissors. So we will add this onion to the bacon when we get it all chopped up. Okay, we're getting prepared to make our meat mixture. So, like I said, I took an onion, chopped it up. I have a pound of bacon. I just used some scissors to cut it. And now we're going to saute the bacon and the onion together and soften it up. And then we'll make our meat mixture. Our rice is simmering. Our cabbage is cooking. We bought 4 heads of cabbage because cabbage, when you make Golabki, stuffed cabbage, is the deal breaker. It could take forever for the cabbage to soften. Sometimes it's very good and workable, so it's the luck of the draw. So we hope that these will work out, and we'll show you how to roll them, how to manage it, and make a really good Polish dinner. Okay, cook our rice. You don't want to cook it all the way through, kind of like al dente, the way you cook noodles, because when you wrap them in your meat mixture, when you wrap it in the cabbage, it is going to cook a little bit more. So you don't want it too mushy now. You want it kind of al dente, if you will, and then we'll mix it up with our meat and wrap it. Now our onion and bacon are sauteing nicely. And then we will mix everything together in just a little bit. Okay, first head of cabbage we're going to put in the vegetable strainer and let her drain and cool off so we can work with it. And then we have to add more water, just a little bit because some is cooked out. And then put another head of cabbage on while this one cools and we make our meat mixture. Now we have shut off our rice. As you know, we've shut off our bacon and our onion. Now, cutting again into the cabbage. Starting another one. And letting this one boil for a little bit. These are real nice leaves, so we're going to put that in our water and let them cook as well. Now, people from different parts of Europe or Poland make stuffed cabbage or Golabki differently. This is the recipe that my mom and both grandmothers made, both Romanowski and Kaminsky. So this is what I've always done, and they are my absolute favorite. But you can variate and use different spices or different things, or some people brown their meat mixture. We never did. So there's a bunch of different things you can do, but please use this recipe as a guide to where you can, pardon me, at least make them and enjoy them like we do. While our cabbage is cooking, we're now going to make our meat mixture. And I have 4 1-pound packages of what they call the meatloaf mixture, which is ground pork and ground veal. We like to use this mixture because it's very lean and not, of course, not a lot of fat in there. So we have 4 pounds of meat, and it's going to give us almost 40 cabbage rolls or golabki. Then we take our onion and our bacon mixture and put that in. And some of these recipes that I have, these Polish recipes, they are according to taste. There's not anything real precise like cook your cabbage for 20 minutes and do this and that. It's all, you have to eyeball it and see what it looks like. So when it comes to the rice and the mixture, you use as much as you want, how you like it. If you like them real heavy with a lot of rice, then great. But if you don't, I always start and then add as I go, as I mix. And so we'll mix it up and see what it looks like. And then we will go from there. Now, again, not a lot of measuring. It's all according to taste. So we're going to add some salt. And we're going to add some pepper and some garlic powder. And those are the only 3 spices that we use when we make golabki. So now it's just mixing up like meatloaf. And we'll get it all mixed up and we will see exactly how it looks and if we need to add more rice or not. Okay, we've taken our second head of cabbage out and now we are peeling them, and these leaves have turned out pretty nice for us. So we are going to continue to do that to let them cool, and we have some that have cooled already. So now we start to roll our golabki. And what you do, our meat mixture turned out real good. I did add a little bit more salt and a little bit more garlic to the mixture, but now it turned out the way I want it, the way I like it. And there's a little trick when you make your stuffed cabbage, is you might want to trim this little back piece of the cabbage here. If you cut this back off, it will roll easier for you. Time consuming, but effective. And now it's time to roll, and you can make them as big as you want to, but you want them to be workable. So scoop like that and roll, and then pinch and go. Now if you have some torn cabbage leaves when you boil, I put them in the bottom of my roaster. That way they don't stick as we make them. So we're going to continue to roll these and fill up our roasting pan and preheat our oven to 350. And we are going to have some nice golabki in just a little bit. As little Wally and Eddie Blazonczyk and everybody would say, I like your golabki. We have rolled and used all of our usable cabbage. We have 38 golabki or cabbage rolls. Okay? Now, our sauce that we put over the top is a large can of tomato sauce and 2 cans of condensed tomato soup. So you make sure you have everything out of here. And we'll put 2 of these in and then mix it up, season it a little bit, and then cover our golabki. Okay. Any loose bits of cabbage that you have, you can always lay it on top. Mix in so that you don't waste your cabbage. It's always good. Now we mixed up our mixture and we're going to pour it in. We want to make sure we get it over everything. And if we have to make more, we will. but we're looking pretty good at this point. Oh, man. If you like what you see here on our channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you get a notification every time we post a new video. Now I'm just hitting this with a little bit of garlic powder over the top and a little salt and a little black pepper. Got everything all taken care of. Now we cover it and we're going to put it in the oven that's preheated at 350. And again, it's timing. Let's see how long it takes for the cabbage to cook, but I usually do it a good 2 hours at 350 so they soften up, the spices blend, and we see what we want to do. So we're going to check it in about an hour, just see how soft they are, and then we'll continue to cook them and pull them when we need to. Been about an hour in the oven. We're going to take a look at them and just see how they're coming along. Got to watch because it'll be steamy. Ooh, are they cooking nice? All right. They look really, really good. Cabbage is softening up well, but they need a little bit more time. So we're going to cover them back up and let them cook. And then we'll check them again in just a little bit. Okay, we are going to baste the ones that are exposed a little bit just to keep them covered and juicy. So this is something you might want to do as you take a look at how your cabbage rolls are coming along, and just keep them covered. And they stay moist this way, don't dry out, and they look really good. Okay, we'll cover them up and let them set for a little while. And we'll check them in a little bit. It has been 1 hour and 45 minutes, and the house is smelling like Golabki. So we are going to take them out now and look at them. And oh boy, look at them breathing. Nice. Okay, these are looking real good. We are going to let them cool for a little bit, and then we're going to take one or two and sample them. Okay, so we'll be back with the taste test, but they are looking great. Okay, we are back with Kelly, who is going to try our Golabki. They seem to be nice and soft when you cut into them, are they, Kel? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just like Barbara's.
Good, huh? Okay, great. All right, well, they came out nice. We're going to turn them. They're cooked through. Cabbage is soft. Of course, you want to make this dish with some mashed potatoes so you can pour the tomato over the top, and bread and butter, some fresh green beans, and you've got a nice meal. This is a definite Sunday dinner, folks, and is a great, great Polish dish. This is Romo saying thank you for watching. We hope to see you again real soon.